Hi everybody, Beloved911 here once again with an RPG Maker XP tutorial. Now I finally finished the entire first page of event commands, so now I'm about to start on number 2. So, the first event on page number 2 is transfer player. Now this is essential for everyone making an RPG game, unless you are having a game based on entirely on one map, which either will be not big enough of a game to even matter, or will give you so many loading problems that your game isn't going to work right at all. So, what you want to do to transfer to a new map is create a new event and put it on player touch. Now, this means when your character steps on a certain square, they're going to be transferred to a new area. So, put it on player touch. You go to your list of event commands, and on page number 2, click on transfer player. Now, the way this works is by appointing a certain square on a certain map where you're going to be transferred to and what direction you're going to be facing. So this is my main map where my character's going to start off, and they're going to be transferred to this part right here. Now you can see on my first map that it's a little island, so it's surrounded by water except for one little square. Now that square is going to be where the transfer is going to occur. So the path is lined with um, with this tall grass here. And on my second map, you can see that the tall grass comes in from the watered area. And that's the only square available for player transfer on that side. So what you want to do is you um, you click on your direct appointment. So this little thing comes up, and you pick where your player wants to be transferred from that spot. So I'm going to click right here, and that's going to be where I'm going to show up. Now, at the bottom where it says direction, that's going to be what direction you're facing when you show up in that area. So, with a map like this, where you can only come in from one direction, it doesn't matter where you, or which direction you're facing, because you can only come in from one direction. So, if you put it on retain, you're still going to be facing towards the left. You can have it facing any way you want, but it doesn't really make sense when you show up, unless you have it on left. So, I'm going to keep it on retain. And fading makes the screen fade in and out while you move on, or if you have it off, then it's a quick snap. So I'll show you it off right now, moving into the new area. So here I am, and I have it on player touch, so when I step on that square, I'll be transferred. So there you go, that's snap, or fading off. Now, you need to transfer back from the second map, so we'll create a new one, player touch, transfer player. Now you need to click the new area, because it's still set from the last time. That is like set as your new default, so you have to go in and change it each time, which gets a little old, but it's really necessary. So transfer back, retain, yes, fading, no. Now, the reason I'm using no fading is because it's an outside area. I usually only use fading when I'm going on the inside, like from the outside inside. So if I'm going into this tent right now, which I'll show you in a second, I'll turn it on. So this is what it looks like moving back and forth between the two maps, and it works flawlessly. I mean, there's not much that you can say about this that's bad. I mean, maybe you want the fading because it looks nicer, but I really don't use it. And so I'll show you now that I have this little tent right here, and let's say I want someone to be able to go inside the tent. So what I'm going to do is, I've already created my second map. I know this doesn't look like the inside of a tent, but deal with it. So you have this little stuff inside the tent. This little entry part right here, that's going to be the entryway to the tent. And you can see I have a little event here. I have it on player touch. I have it on transfer player. Edit that so you can see it. And you can see my little square is set right here to where I'm going to be transferred to. And I have fading on now, so I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm outside, I step, and it fades in. Now I'm inside the tent. And I don't have a new event to make me go outside. But, okay, so, anyway, so I'll show you on my second map how it looks when you can go from one direction, any direction. So I'll have it on player touch, but I need a new map. So I'll show you this. I'll make a random grassy area, and I will make, we'll just make a little spot right here where it'll show a little path going to the different maps, so I know where to step. So transfer player, I'll put it on this little square right here. Now direction is going to be retained, so any direction you step on it from, because there are 3 different directions you can step on it from, that's the direction you'll be facing. Set player location. Okay. So I step on it, and I'm facing that direction. I'm stepping on it from this way, and notice I'm facing upward. So that's the way that works. Three different directions you can step on it from. But if you want to change that, then since you're moving to the left while you're moving off map, change that to left. So now no matter what direction you're facing, you end up facing left toward or away from the old map. So yeah, you can also make it so like you're talking to let's say a wizard, or like a teleport master. There are some games where if you talk to someone, they'll teleport you to a faraway land or whatever. So you can totally do that. If you have an NPC and you put it on action button, you can totally make choices and things like that. Combine different event commands. Games are boring if you don't do that. So have him say something. I have Bob here saying Alakazam, and then transferring. Where's he transferring to? Let's edit that. And we'll have him teleport you into the tent there. So we'll have him facing down, fading. I'll keep on for this one. And I'll show you what that looks like. Talk to him. He says Alakazam, and then you're transported into the tent. So that's just another thing you can do with that. And that's my tutorial for Transfer Player. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you on my next tutorial.